have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house for another day in crypto and PulseChain paradise. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to have a look at quite a few top-tiered projects today, and we're also going to obviously go through the markets. And excitement grows for Railgun's coming. Railgun's coming, and it's getting very close now. Potentially within 48 hours, something like that. Exciting times. All right, so we're going to get into all that from Liberty Swap. So hope you guys enjoy. The ProveX sacrifice definitely slowed down over the last 24 hours, so we're going to get into that and obviously cover the rest of the market. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to hit the repost button. Just let me share the show here on Telegram. That's it. All right, bam. All right, let's post that. There we go. All right, that was easily done. All right, let's close out of Telegram and let's get into the show. So don't forget to share the show on X. Really helps a lot. And let's have a fun time. Now we've got Pulse starting to rise, so we're gonna have a look at a Pulse chart later too. That should be good. Share the show. Sharing is caring. If you're on YouTube, of course, don't forget to subscribe. We've had some really nice growth on YouTube across all the channels, so big shout out to all the new members, all the new subscribers. Also on X, don't forget to smash the follow button on X as well as we rebuild that channel. A new channel, I had to rebuild it. And so let's get going on that. Let's do it. Now, if you guys haven't joined the Strategy Club in Discord, highly encourage you to do that. It's basically constant intel flowing through there. And if you're busy or new to crypto, something like that, that'll be very good for you. And of course, it's just over $1 a day, about $35 a month. So really good value there. Get onto that. We'll see you there. Now, I think you find the link in the video description on YouTube and also pinned to the top of X. So join up there. All right. What else are we doing? Let's get onto it. Let's get into the stock market results for Friday. And let's see what happens there. We had the PCE data. I haven't actually looked at it myself. So let's see if that came out. Bam, let's go. All right, what's the title? I haven't even got linked up. That's pretty poor from me. Pretty poor. All right, let's do that. There we go. Movie magic is gone. All right, so S&P 500 Santa rally or Grinch sell-off, and that is the title there. Santa rally. We got Dow Jones there up 1/5%. So good news for the Dow Jones, up 104 points to 47,954. So almost back at 48,000. Let's have a look at the top there. You're not quite at the top we had already previously got back in November, but we're getting there. So it's cool. S&P 500 is up the same amount, 1/5%, 13 points to 6,870. And most of the targets are sitting around, 7,000 to 7,300 for the end of the year. And we're just off the highs there as well, back in late October, 6,900 or something. Nasdaq at the moment is up 33%, a bit higher, 73 points to 23,578, and we're just off the highs back here as well, back in late October as well. All right, so the US dollar at the moment 98.97, so it's been weakening. We remember it was up 100 for a while. It's been weakening down to 98.97. The commodities right now, West Texas $60, up 0.8%. Brent oil at $63.77, up the same amount there. Gold at the moment is at $4,227. That's down $15 today. And then silver is actually up $1.32 to $58.80. And of course, we've been very bullish about both gold and silver, and we expect that to continue to rally into the market. So with all the same fundamentals pushing crypto and a few more, right? Such as industrialization for the intelligence age, all that stuff playing out. So pretty good day there for silver. All right, so that's kind of the highlights there. I don't know if we've got anything around the inflation data out today. Let's scroll down there. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be showing there. Let me just go back to the homepage, see where they've got the post article. Oh, yeah, there we go. So let's have a look. S&P 500 climbs as inline inflation data aid rate cuts bets, so that's cool. So in line, meaning at expectation. So the Fed, the PCE inflation gauge measure came out, the Personal Consumer Index or Expenditure Price Index, PCE, indicated that the inflation remained under control. So that's good news, suggesting that the US central bank can cut interest rates next week to support the slowing economy. Excluding food and energy, the underlying or core PCE price index fell to 2.8% in 12 months September, below the expected 2.9%. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The importance of price stability, the second element of the Fed's dual mandate, has faded a little of late, but the Fed policymakers will be pleased to see the index falling, further emboldening rate cut expectations. So that's good news. The expectations of a 25 basis point reduction in the Fed meeting is running hot pretty much at the moment. Thursday, we also saw weekly jobless claims plunge 27,000 to seasonally adjusted 191,000, the lowest since September 22. But economists caution that distortions tied to the Thanksgiving holiday may have exaggerated the decline. So that's kind of where we are right now on that. So that was good news around the PCE data. Let's have a look at the Fed rate monitor and see where the market is sitting right now in terms of that rate cut. We've got 4 days and 20 hours to go at 10 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern. 10th of December, we now got 83% of the market expecting a rate cut of 25 basis points. So we're getting everything we wanted, guys. So we got 3 out of 4. It looks like we're almost got 3 out of 4 of those things that we're after. We got the government opening, right? We've had Nvidia outperform with a high projection for the future, keeping the AI narrative in place, and it's looking very, very probable now, especially with that PCE data for a 25 basis point rate cut. And therefore, we only got one thing hanging over heads, and that is the Supreme Court and the tariffs as emergency use, which should go through. So that's those are the 4 there. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's jump away from there. That is pretty much the market updates for stocks, and the interest rate news looking very good on that. Slightly below expectations inflation for core PCE. Not bad. Man, we're getting everything we want. It's a candy store. Well, not everything, right? We had the big liquidation event, market maker disruptor, from the 10th of October, and that has pushed the markets down for about 8 weeks. But that gives us, maybe good base, good floor to do that hyper rally that we're all looking forward to into altcoin season, right? All right, so let's jump over to the crypto markets and check out the results there. Let's boom into that. Bam. There we go. So the market cap at the moment down 2.6% on the old crypto on Coinbase. CoinGecko, I should say. It is down 2.6%, 3.127 trillion. We've got Bitcoin at the moment is broke below 90K from yesterday. We were doing pretty well yesterday, weren't we? 92, 93K. And we're down 3.5% at $89,162. So, crypto not quite out of the woods yet. You'd think we would have pumped on that interest rate news, the inflation news, wouldn't you? So we're still getting market manipulators, shorters and things like that playing on. Also the big banks, right? The big banks. It's one thing, big banks come in and manipulate even more, right? So it's good to have their money come in. But of course we get more of the same manipulation on the stock market over on the crypto market, just increases with BlackRock and all those sort of kind of players, Morgan Stanley and the rest. Ethereum at the moment is at $3,023, down 3.7%, still holding that 3K mark though. XRP down 3.5%, $2, still holding $2. BNB at number 5, down 2.2% at $881, so broke below 900. We've got Solana at number 7, down 4.9%, so the big loser there, $132. Tron is actually up green, 0.2% at 28.5 cents at number 8. Number 10 is Doge. It is down 6.1%, big loser there, 3.8 cents there. Cardano, pretty similar, number 11. All right, so let's look at the best performer over the last 24 hours. Well, that's Tron, 0.2%. Best performer over the last week now. Well, it was yesterday, it was Ethereum. Today, it's flipped over to Tron at 1.4% on both time frames. Let's have a look at the top performer in the top 100. We got a new leader there. So Hash has taken number one spot, up 24%. Apparently, it's up 185% today. So presumably that's real. It's at 2.7 cents. Rain at is at number 65, ranking overall, but it's the second best performer in the week, up 5%. Main Core there is up 4.6%, number 50, third best performer, and Sky, fourth best performer, up 3.3%, sitting at number 88 right now. And finally, White Bitcoin there is up 3.1% at number 13 overall. So those are the top 5 in the top 100. Top 1,000, Terra Luna Classic. Get out of here. Get out of here, guys. Terra as well. Oh, my God. And then Provenance Blockchain in the top 1,000, obviously pumping into the top 100 there and sitting at number 7 right now. So a lot of excitement around the Provenance blockchain. Let's have a look at Terra Luna Classic. And let's have a look at the chart there. Oh, do you remember that? Remember those times? Good times. Oh my God. What was it? It peaked out. Remember, if you remember the day, was it? I don't know. It's not showing the high, but it was about 130 bucks. Was it? It's showing 112 here, but I'm pretty sure it was 130 or so. And then it fell off the cliff at about $82 or something, 110, 82. And then look at it down there now. That's crazy. So this is decentralized algorithmic stablecoin done wrong, and there's lots of stuff around that. But of course, we're looking for a PUSD algo on PulseChain to do it right? To do it right with full automation there, full miner bots, etc. So at the moment, that's got 4 zeros, 5,400, still with a market cap of 326 million apparently. So there we go. All right, that's pretty much it. And then we'll have a quick look at Provenance blockchain, since it's trending top 100, top 1,000, and presumably this chart's right, but it jumped there from 2 cents upwards. How long has it been around for? Since May 29th this year. So getting a bit of a jump there. All right, so that is the overall view there of the crypto. Trending is Firo, Terra Luna, and Terra. Terra trending as well. So Terra there on the move. Terra 2.0 chain. All right, so that's pretty much it. So market's down 3.3% on the market cap, 3.4% on Bitcoin, and 3.6% on Ethereum right now. So not that much fun. You'd think we'd get a bit of a boost from the interest rate probability and the inflation, but no, market manipulators in the house. I'm not aware of anything else that may have caused that, like a hack or something. We have had a lot of hacks recently, in addition to everything else. All right, so let's get into PulseChain, shall we? Should we do that? I think we should. If you guys have just come in, popped in, of course, don't forget to hit the repost button on X. It does help a lot there, and share the channel around. Also, if you haven't joined Strategy Club, look at that. The link's in the video description. Just over $1 a day. Get all the latest intel and everything else like that. And, of course, great discussions on strategy, what's hot and what's not, etc., stuff like that. So join up. Links in the video description and pin to X. All right, let's get into PulseChain. Let's have a look here. Bam. So PulseChain at the moment, day 938. So PulseChain launched on the 30th of May 2023. Was a full system stake fork of Ethereum on a couple of days earlier, on the 10th of May. It is 938 days later at the moment, and we're almost about to finish the end of the day. The price of Pulse at the moment having a little bit of a bounce back, 4.46%, but a very soft bounce back. So not something aggressive at the moment. Quadruple 169. So sitting at 17% of the mean sacrifice price, and probably just below the actual cost price. If you take the total sacrifice divided by the total coins, I have it at around just over 2,000. So we're just below that, really, so to speak. And the whale was priced at 4,100, so quite a lot below that. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 118 down, is up 3.7%. We've got the buy and burn sitting at 8.22% right now, just slowly creeping up there. Obviously, a lot more volume will help with that. Ink token at the moment was the best performer yesterday. Still doing pretty well, up 5% at 65 cents. And then we've got PHEX or Hex on PulseChain doing pretty well today. The best performer in the cause, Richard Hart cause, 12.4% at 3/3200th of a penny. EHEX has managed to lose that zero again and is back at 1/10th of a penny, so that's good news. So the combined price of EHEX and PX is at 4/200th of a penny. Still a super cheap bargain right now on the old Hex. Let's go to the gas prices. 270,000 beats. It's a little on slightly, I mean, it's very low, but it's higher than what we've had recently. And we're sitting at 2/10 of a penny for a PulseX swap, but it's still super cheap, right? Validators at the moment, 52,365. Looks like it's down about 30 from yesterday, pretty much in the same range that we've had for the last week. And the bridge, 81.3 million. So I think that's pretty similar to yesterday as well, just up slightly, maybe 100K or so on that. So I think that's about right. So that is it. Let's go to have a look at the PulseChain chart. Mad gains. Mad gains. Well, we're coming off the bottom there. We did get to a low, a new all-time low of 1472 on the, that was 2 days ago or so. We've just got it 3 days ago, and we've got a new candle here, green, and we're coming up. We're at 1693. We've bet a high of 1735. So 4 zeros, 1735. And we're pretty much around the oversold period. So good place to accumulate, guys, from an RSI point of view. Pretty cool. Now let's have a look at the weekly chart just so you can zoom out on that a little bit. And that is what we're looking to like at the moment on PulseChain. That is basically the health check, or the pulse of PulseChain is ticking away there, and it's been down, right? Been down. We've got a new all-time low. And of course, that was the ProveX sacrifice playing into that. We're going to check out how much capital was taken out there, either sitting idle. We know based on CryptoSolve, assuming the accuracy of that, that we have I think it was about 35 million approximately, $1 million sort of sitting around doing not too much. I'm not sure whether that took into account the supply sinks, and I need to go back and reread that assessment again. But anyway, we'll just talk about it as a brief. And so yeah, I mean, at the moment you can get so much Pulse and PulseX right now, and Hex, and it could be pretty awesome on the upside. So we will keep watching. It does look like the ProveX sacrifice, which we're going to look at later, has been dramatically lower today. So that's probably good news from a lot of people's point of view. What else? We got Valiant in the house there, and it's just making a comment about Terra Luna that we talked about before. Coming a little bit late on that now that we're on PulseChain, but I'll give it a read. I was in the Terra Luna Classic community for over a year after the crash. Participated in the DAO, met some good people there. Good to see them having some excitement. It's been a while. Yeah, a little crying there, a little laughing. That's true, Valiant. We got Blair in the house as well. Hi all, good to see you, Blair. Big welcome too. Clashed it out. All right, so that is Pulse right now. Super duper good entry for the old Pulse. Accumulate heaps of it. Get redistribution. Get the whale stuff out in the bags. That's the play, right? You buy low, right? Buy low, and that's definitely on the low side, right? You can see that in the chart. All right, let's jump over to the PulseChain markets. 7.9 million at the moment, coming off, I guess it's still a weekday for the Friday, 7.9 million. So still kind of low. And we had a couple of days of mid-teens, but they were all generally on the sell side. And of course, we had the ProveX sacrifice still, hitting pretty heavy hitting, but it does look like that's tapered off today. So that's kind of good news from the PulseChain point. And the cores are looking juicy then. The cores are looking for a juicy pickup, but we haven't got any big recovery yet, 20, 30%, 40% or more. But maybe that might happen in the next couple of days, the next week. We'll see. Dunamis at the moment is at the top there. It's been around for 1 day. It's up 140%. Now, remember, I'm not endorsing or anything like that. We just go through the top, what's trending at the moment. We got Yoink at the moment, up 34%, been around for 26 days. SCADA there from the Nuke supply team, up 23%. Let's have a quick look at that chart. So big shout out to Nuke supply team. And this is the 4-hourly chart. Looks like it's making a nice little recovery here. Pretty, interesting zone here, right at 2/10 of a penny. Break that could be quite nice, and it's got plenty of room on the 4-hour RSI for that. Looking at the daily, looks like it may have bottomed out there with the ProveX as well, sitting at just below 1400th of a penny. Got plenty of room for the RSI to run, so keep a lookout for the old SCADA there in the next supply. We got time dividend from Internet Money, obviously one of the blue chips on PulseChain, and that is bouncing as well off the bottom there, 1/10 of a penny, now at almost 1300th of a penny on the bounce back. Probably, it does move up and down with the value, all right? Of course, you can make swapping fees and stuff like that, so it does have a few fundamentals, but I don't know how much the market really cares about that. I think the market just generally moves. If Pulse goes up, then it's going to move up at a leverage rate. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We should probably deep dive into that a little bit more, go through some numbers and things like that coming up. But pretty cool. But we are going to have some more wallets coming, guys. So we've got Ramp Now wallet. They're going to be in progress. I think they said 6 to 8 weeks for that. We've obviously got Liberty Swap coming up with their privacy wallet, and that's going to they're going to expand that, as I understand it, into a quasi wallet. In other words, somewhere between a full wallet, but inclusive of the privacy wallet for Railgun. So that's going to be interesting to see that. So that's another one coming up. So we need more wallets. Internet Money is amazing, and it's done an amazing job. It is, really the workhorse with the golden's gleam. But we do need other type of wallets that are out there. I particularly like the Rabby wallet. It's pretty fast and all that. But of course, they no longer support us because of politics, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens there. We've got some more options coming down the line, which is kind of cool. All right, so that's Time Dividend. So big shout out to KG, doing a great job there. And of course, Time Dividend also bring on big influencers on X, right? Like Matt Wallace, and I think another person with a large following as well. So you're talking about multi-million following there. That's all really cool. PTC the Greys have been on the move, and we've been talking about this a little bit. I do still think it faces a lot of competition from Vouch. But it is on the move today, and they've got a campaign going on at the moment. They've got some of the big influencers that have been supporting it, like the Ian Heinisch and people of the world. And so, that's been on the move. So, but still well under where it was. But, regained. I lost that zero that had 4 zeros that we saw yesterday. Now it's 0001 at the moment. So let's have a quick look at the price here. I just want to pull up the Pulse price. We'll pull that up. It's, I think, number 11. And we can see that's kind of bounced there. Looks like we bounced at 4 zeros, 8,200. We're now at 3 zeros, 1,000. So a little bit of a bounce back there. And they've actually had a campaign, not fully oversold though on the weekly, but at 36 on the daily. Definitely bounced from oversold there up now to 44. Now let's quickly go pick that up, because we got the deal that they had on there, a 24 hours special offer to help support that, I guess, for the next 22 hours only. Any purchase of Dolphin positions, that's with 33 million tokens or more, so around about $3,000, will receive the entire 5% fee refunded in PGC. So obviously they have a 5% tax on there. Normally feeds their tokenomic system, and that was waived. So just DM the Grey and on Telegram, your transaction hash after you buy, I'll personally add you to the reimbursement list. This deal ends in 22 hours. Now, I believe that deal is finished now. So I think that deal is actually finished, if I remember rightly. 4 hours left, 6 hours ago. Yeah, so 2 hours ago, must have finished 2 hours ago on that. So there we go. But that was a good little deal. And of course, that was just following their new UI, right? So they've got a new analytical UI, I think it is. So let's have a look at the website. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Wow, yeah, all right. No, but I think it's the analytical site, right? I think it's the analytical site. I'm not sure what where you get to it from here. Yeah, what is it on here? Click to watch, click to learn. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on there actually. It must be a different site. I don't know if they have the link here. I'm not sure. They got some snapshots here of it. This is the snapshots. So I'm not sure where the link is, but they probably got it here somewhere. I wasn't going to go through that, but they've definitely had that new website up. Yeah, so they had a good promotion there. They got the new website. Is it on this one here? No. This is where, do you see where the mistake is made when you're promoting? Where you don't have the link on every post. So if you're a team out there, you're watching. This is I'm trying to just cover it, and there's no link. If they had links on every post, I'd be able to go to it straight away, right? But I'm having to look through all the links. See, no links. They need to get every link. Every post should have your socials and your links on it. If you're on a team, everyone. If you're promoting a project because you love it, put the links in. Adds up, man. imagine you do 100 posts over, let's say a month. You did a couple 300 posts, or 3 posts a day or something. 100 posts a month. Let's say you did 50 a month. Then you've got links all over the place. Then it's just like free billboards, right, all over the place. But we see a lot of teams don't do that. So there we go. Anyway, there we go. I couldn't cover it then because it's somewhere down there, deep down. But anyway, the price has recovered a bit. So that's good news for the PDC the Greys. First DAO token on PulseChain, and is up 30% in 2 days. There we go, or less than 2 days. And of course, that campaign probably helped a lot. Presumably the campaign there with the chat, rather than just a natural recovery, because it is above the markets in the top one, so it probably did help. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now. It looks like we've got SolidX has snuck in there at number 4. It's back at 49 cents, up 22%, so a little bit of bounce there. We got Love.io from Mr. Anderson, up 15%. I don't think we've heard anything from these guys, have we? These guys are waiting for the market to turn, and they were going to do some magic, but I don't know. I'm still doubtful of that at the moment. We did have an interview with Anderson, but I just wasn't, after the interview, I was not quite fully convinced. But, keep open-minded, right? Keep open-minded. So Love.io there, great brand, right? Fantastic brand. There's the interview, actually. The interview is actually pinned that we did. So 21st of May, we did the interview, and we got a cool photo there. Sweet couple there. We got lots of love there. But I don't know, we haven't done anything, and it's I don't know, is it going to be a lost opportunity? Now they do have their Luffy.com store, right? The Luffy.com, it does end up pushing a bit of revenue over to the Love.io, as I understand it. You can trade, stake, bridge, and shop and earn. But it is, very cool brand. But use cases, all these use cases, but I don't think they've been realized, right? Most of them haven't been realized. The only thing that's really, like I say, working seems to be the Luffy.com store, where you can buy some products from the looks of it. Everything, you get cashbacks and love rewards, right? You get cashbacks and love rewards there. So I don't know what they're turning over on that. I mean, presuming they're well ranked, like it's got the being well ranked on the website. They got this lending and staking. Not sure how operational this is either. I haven't really participated in this protocol, but they got all that there. So, but the key stuff we really wanted to see was actually the use cases, right? Micro tipping for streaming, NFT content creators, this is stuff. I don't think there's much happened with that. Yeah, it's all just aspiration. I think it's all just pretty much aspiration. So they did say that they had some, working dialogues, but I really haven't seen anything. So that it's a question mark over that. That's where we're really going to leave the Love.io on that one. But market cap 350 at the moment. What else? You can see the social media hadn't been really active. I mean, last post was the one that I did back in May. So we tried to stay optimistic about stuff, but if it's nothing's happening, right? Atropa right there at number 1112 is up 14%. We've got Hex on the move, taking out spots number 13 and number 19, up 12%. So it's kind of cool to see a little rebound there. It really is from a very low base, so good news. More PDC peers in here as well, up to number 20. We've got Sparta making a little bit of a bounce, up 11%, with their mostly non-Hex treasury, which kind of a bit weird there. Not sure what's going on with that, but if you do know, let me know. I haven't been in the Telegram there for a while. Maybe I should go give them a visit and see what's happening there. So that's into number 25. So Sparta up there, up 10%, making a little bit of bounce back at 1.5 cents. We've got Whale Bay in here. Now this is, I believe, a token from Humpback, isn't it? Humpback, one of his recent launches. He's also the one that launched Peacock, apparently. So that's up 10%. And funnily enough, Peacock is just below, up 9.5% there at number 27, sitting at 9600th of a penny right now. Just slowly creeping up as the old Peacock. Are we ready to talk about Peacock? I think we are. So let's do that. Let's talk about Peacock. Number 27 here. A few associated ones, Zero Trust with Gerardo and Peacock Peerings. And we've got Peacock Big Peer down here at this one here, number 30 right now. In between those, of course, we've got Incentive Token, Pump Tires, and Trump. They're all up about 8.5%, but let's still go to Peacock since we're going to talk about it, since that's our top thing. PulseChain Railgun excitement grows. And we've got a sneak peek. Shall we talk about that? Let's do it. So at the moment, you can see the chart. We're on the daily. We're at the 45 on the RSI. we've bounced pretty much twice now off around the 0.8 of a penny mark, getting some good support there. Got some more work to do, but the upside potential looking pretty good on the old Peacock. We got 9,600 of a penny, and is the next big thing to launch on PulseChain at the moment. So, and it's a major thing for PulseChain. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So we'll keep a lookout for that. I put a little price projection in the in Strategy Club. So if you haven't joined Strategy Club, join up today, and you'll get access to that. All right, we got Fast Abdul in house here. Good to see Fast Abdul. I'm here for the tech. He definitely is here for the tech because he's been rolling out a number of top tier projects. So a big shout out to Fast Abdul. We got Most Army in house as well. Haven't looked at a coaster in a while. Do you follow the auctions? No, a long time ago I stopped looking at the auctions. Most we do know that 2.0 is coming down the line or something like that. David Feder woke up, didn't he? I think it's Dave Feder. I always get confused with the two guys. But 2.0 especially coming down the road there. All right, so that's kind of cool. Let's scroll over to Liberty Swap. Look at the sneak peek. So Railgun excitement grows. We've got probably fifth, sixth, seventh, probably less than within 48-hour window now. Within a 40-hour window is my guess of the launch of Railgun on PulseChain. Major deal for us. Yeah, 2.0. Yeah. Well, he hadn't been very active on X. And some of that probably due to development, other parts of doing it. I remember Richard Hart was, what is it? Cry fagging. Richard Hart was cry fagging on eHex back in the day, and of course we had two big, all the people that were launching on top of Hex all got, even though they've done an amazing job during the bear market, got unfairly, caught up in that, unfortunately. The dip catches and the gold keys and I think it's David Feder. Dave Feder the mine. I always get those two confused because I don't know, for some reason they always seem similar in my mind. All right, so we've got Liberty Swap there. This private mode will be great. So we've got a little sneak peek. It's pretty cool. Look at that. Woo! So we've got public and private mode there, USDC, so bridging Ethereum to PulseChain. But we also already can see the existing bridge here, right? See that? That's all existing stuff. But we've got this trade. We've got this trade here. Did I say Alex? Yeah, Alex, not Dave Feder. Alex. Yeah, thanks for that. I always get confused between Dave Feder and Alex sometimes. So that's why I was trying to move on. But Alex, yeah, Alex McFerder. Thank you very much. Yeah, not David Feder. Alex McFerder. Sorry, David. It's not you. Now, David Feder does the validating, and then Alex McFerder does the Icosa Hedron. Yeah, just a brain freeze. There. Brain freeze. All right, so trading there, we've got private modes in place, so that's a little teaser there. But look what was next to trading. So we've got the Railgun trade. We've got this auto farm as well. So that was pretty interesting to see that pop up there. So yeah, what to say? The private mode will be great. It delivers a real Railgun level of privacy without harming the anonymity of current Railgun users. The privacy mode will be great. It delivers real Railgun level privacy without harming the anonymity of current Railgun users. It's much faster than Railgun, much cheaper, and it's people with as little as $10 enjoy true Railgun privacy. So I like the fact that it's got a low entry for it, $10. That's great. A lot of people will be happy about that. It's a retail book. There's a lot of retail users on PulseChain. Sometimes I just want to do little transfers to top up things or something, whatever. But that is kind of cool. And then someone pointed out Auto Farm looks amazing. It looks like a missing puzzle piece. And then they go, yeah, I'm not a fan of the name Auto Farm. It originally referred to the protocol that managed Uniswap V2 LP positions. We brought it into something different. Now it actively manages PulseX V2 LP positions for harvest or compound or burning trading fees, along with a few other more aggressive trading modes. Awesome, eh? Now we know that this team, Liberty Swap, was going to bring hundreds of trading features to PulseChain. So this all looks potentially part of all that. Valiant says maybe Railgun and ProveX will attract some new whales. That's right. That's right. That's the hope there. I hope they splash around another PulseChain products while they are here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Good point. All right, so some cool stuff there. Why is this amount of daily and weekly burn tokens for PDI and Peacock not displayed? Since there has not been much burn activity in the past week or past few days, the market is pretty quiet. Yeah, I made that comment the other day that the volumes are low. So I will check the code and overhaul the UI after the Railgun upgrade. Yeah, that's right. So some cool stuff there. So that is coming along. I don't think there's anything else I want to say about that. But that is the little sneak peek, guys. So it looks pretty cool. I like the gold touch to that too. I like the golden touch on that little UI. So big shout out to the LilySwap there. Yeah, well, let's move on. So let's go back up here. And let me see if I can get out of this link up here. Yeah. So, obviously LilySwap posts quite regularly during the day, which is always great. We love that. That's, strong communication. A good example for teams out there to do. To have a constant flow about your project, have all your links in your posts, very important. And people sometimes they get a bit lax on it a lot of time actually. So it's very important just to encourage them out there to do that. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're posting new features or whatever, new launches, but just actually putting in some good comments about things, and also putting in links. Now they haven't got links here, but I do encourage that a lot to do that. PulseChain doesn't always have to be the same link. Doesn't have to necessarily be the protocol link, but it could be the social media link. You can always want to find out more. Hit us on Telegram or hit us up in Discord, whatever. Just constantly promoting. That's how you're gonna maximize your growth. PulseChain is because if someone reads something that's really interesting and they go, "Oh man, I want to find out more. This team's really cool. They're doing cool thing," and then they can just click on that link, right? And then you've captured widened the net there. All right, so some cool stuff there. PulseChain enters the next chapter. That's kind of cool. It certainly is with the old LilySwap. Now they had a little piece here that I wanted to point out, which was the Railgun typical flow of assets that they have. This is for those that are maybe wondering what's going on. Gives you a little bit of an idea. So you got a public OX address, so normal address there. You can shield your tokens and have them in a Railgun private OZK address. You can unshield those and put them back so they're public again. So it disappears in this box. Everything disappears. Once it's in your private address, you can then do private sends, private swaps, private DeFi, and it looks like they're going to have quite a cool innovations around this area within the privacy zone. These are all smart contracts, right? And then, of course, you can unshield tokens and send them to other privatized OX addresses there as well. So it's kind of cool. So the publicly available visible is the blue one here that's at the top. Gray is complete privacy. So these two here, the address and the private sends. Privatized is the dark blue here. And that's pretty much it. So that was kind of cool little flow there. I'm wondering what's going on. So that was kind of cool. Compare the time. Or someone was asking a question here, I think. Let me not sure what all these questions are. Oh, well, they're all full of. I thought I'd got through all those. I thought I'd covered all those questions. How is it faster than Railgun if it relies on Railgun? Same with the PulseChain bridge. We are fully relying on security and wrapped assets. The difference is our delivery speed. We send the same assets in about 18 seconds. So I'm not sure how that magic happens, but they're doing it. While the main contract takes 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, if you're going to go for the official bridge. Intent-based routing is fast and cost efficient. The trade-off is that it puts more risk on the liquidity provider, and that's always comes back to I guess, in this case, that is LibertySwap indeed. So, what else? Middleman. But look, they're providing a good service, so it is what it is. We got makes no sense if you swap asset X and Y worth of the amount of asset X comes out of the shielded proof right after. You have exactly zero privacy. It is simply the movement of ETH on PulseChain to the LibertySwap intent-based relayer, then to ETH inside Railgun. In practice, this cannot break privacy because the flow of user funds does not touch the shield or unshield process directly. He goes, what? In practice, it does break the privacy 100% if you interact with the LibertySwap contract sending $100, something else comes out of the Railgun pool with $100 right after. You'll know what's what. Even a child could track this. How can anyone track USDC moving from Railgun Liberty Swap address to a Railgun user address? Indeed, what can be seen on chain is only the user sends funds from their PulseChain wallet to the Liberty Swap contract on PulseChain. After that, delivery happens fully inside the Railgun between two Railgun addresses. Absolutely. So the internal movement is private and cannot be traced. That's right. All right. So some kind of cool. A few people getting confused there. So that's cool. All right. So let's jump back out of there. So I've got some cool updates on the Liberty Swap team around the sneak peek, which I do like. That it's kind of cool. It's a game changer, and like someone said earlier, there, I think Valiant, big money can freely flow. Maybe even the Richard Hart and the OAs of the world. Who knows? We'll see. Moving another 40 ETH to PulseChain. Fuck the bears, as it says. Fuck the bears. So I'm not sure how they're moving that money, because they moved 50 on the 4th of December, and then they moved 40 on there. So I thought that would be big enough on Pulse Alerts, but is it 100 on Pulse Alerts that makes the qualifier? I'm not sure. But anyway, that's on the move. I'm going to scroll up here as well. Looks like they're keeping a lookout for new technology as well. So we've got the Uniswap here with the continuous clearing auction. So it looks like they're going to be looking. Some great tools are built here. And I think they're going to be considering how they might be able to use all this new tech. So this looks like this team's going to be bringing us a lot of the best stuff and innovating with it. So this could be cool, guys, with the old clearinghouse there. So got some cool animation here from Uniswap. So we could be getting some cool stuff here, man. Could be still. No, I mean, I'm way more excited about Liberty Swap stuff than the ProveX stuff. And I understand the ProveX is going to have a pretty broad multi-chain application, but actually, this is here today. This is happening today. It's happening within 48 hours. It's way cool. And capital flowing immediately. We're not waiting for anything. Liberty Swap has been super fast and easy every time I've used it. Fantastic product. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so kind of cool. What else? We're going to scroll back up here. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. They're pretty bullish about PulseChain. I believe PulseChain will front run the entire crypto market in the next bull cycle. Well, obviously, we're still in a bull cycle, so don't get too alarmed. I do not think PulseChain is behind Ethereum. Yeah, PulseChain is on the move. So I've got some cool stuff there. I just wanted to see whether they had any more Railgun stuff. No, that's pretty much it at the moment. So that's cool. Within 48 hours, guys, we're about to have Railgun operational one hit the chain. It's gonna be great. All right, so that is cool. And Peacock at the moment sitting. We'll see how that reflects that value. Certainly looking cool. And if you want to get hold of my price prediction, join up Strategy Club today. Links in the video description or on at the top of the X profile. So they were sitting at about a number 30, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah, they've moved up a little bit there, number 20, 23. And we've still got a few of the others down here as well. So we've got quite a few that are up, modest percents, 8% or so. Most of these will be ahead of PulseChain, which was up about 4 or 5%. So we've got most of these coins are up against that. We're scrolling down here a little bit further. So we've probably got, I don't know, maybe 70 coins or so that are above, that are beating out PulseChain at the moment. About 70 out of the top 100 appears here, ticking away. Now, some interesting stuff is that Vouch is still down here, down 3%. And we've got Unity down here as well, up 2.8%. Some of the big losers today, St. Richard of Pulse down 25%, Nexus down 31%. Both of these are pretty recent tokens. AI, been around for 16 hours. So all these new ones, all getting smashed. There. Anon as well, down 8% as well. So those are the ones that are losers. Interesting enough, Liquid Loans and Pepe down here. Pepe at the moment, so look at that. Pepe is down at 00038 at the moment, so no rebound there on the old Pepe, but maybe waiting for Pulse to do a much stronger reversal. We'll see. All right, so that is the markets right now. Let's jump into Unity from Cryptographics. So Unity is ticking away there, day 110, guys. Now, I think it's at the end of this day that the fractal gets flowed over to the buy and burn. So at the moment, I think the fractal's still there. It looks like it's still there, doesn't it? So it's $118,000. They will jump over the buy and burn and top this up. It's already got 120,000 or so. almost 130,000 in there. So I'll get it to about $250,000. It's currently operating at 1% of the daily allocation for Pulse and PulseX. The buy and burn, however, is operating at 10%, which seems to be the play from cryptographics to build up liquidity. Still got about 21,000 in there or so. So that's the play right now. Once the fractal goes in there, anyone that's coming into the system will start filling that up again. Slow, well, not at the same speed, of course, because of the foam at the beginning. The earning at the moment on this, staking is negative 72%. Sorry, creating is negative 72%. So obviously people should be staking, right? And it's 186%. That's the idea. There's a 5% entry fee as well, which is dynamic. And let's go to stats. Stats at the moment, there's 3 million coins liquid. We'll see how that gets burned through with the old top up there from the fractal. And so on. So that's kind of the play. What else we could say? 2 million coins are staked, 15%, 1 million coins on the LP, and burned is 880,000. So taken away there, and we're on day 110, the big day that the fractal gets moved. So I guess it's at the end of the day, end of the day there. So another 19 hours to go, I guess. All right, so that is Unity, but Taurus is 39 days ahead, and Taurus is not on PulseChain, it's on Ethereum, and it launched 39 days earlier than Unity. Taurus at the moment is ticking away. So Taurus already had its fractal call, right? Its fractal already got pushed over. It's got a new amount in there now, about 11,000, but the original amount got pushed into here, and so it's still holding 230,000 or so, and it is currently operating at 3% on the ETH side. So the ETH side's been moved to 3%, and I believe this is brand new. So this is brand new. The Taurus with the Titanex is still at 1%, interesting enough. And the buy and build there is maximum 10% on the buy and build. Still got $4,000 left in there at the moment, and the fractal, of course, filling up again a little bit. We'll see whether that can run away with a bit more adoption with the buy and burn operating now, and that's been lifted to 3%, so it's kind of cool. All right, so let's jump over to the update here from Cryptographics. Cryptographics said Taurus has officially completed its phase 1, the build phase for its liquidity pool. Now, obviously, if this is happening on Taurus, then it's going to happen on the old Unity. So I'll get a sneak peek of the strategy, I guess. Taurus has officially completed phase 1. It's phase 1 build, the build phase for its liquidity pool by achieving over $200,000 in liquidity with only a market cap of 544K. The crazy part is Taurus has burned over 2 million tokens. I think we can go to the stats page and check that. Before we do that, though, let's go to the earn. We can see that negative 55% on the creating, and really pretty much better than the Unity, 236% on the old staking there. Let's go to the stats. We've got 2.2 million in liquid supply, 3.3 million in staked, and we've got 2.1 million burned, so a lot more burned. So that's kind of indicating the future for the old Unity with 13% in the LP, not too much lower than the Unity one, which I think was 15%, was it? And we're at 1.1 million coins. So yeah, interesting. Now, obviously, this is well ahead of the creations coming out as well. But we're not going to check out those profiles, but important too. If you're looking at this, you should do that. The link's at the bottom, right? Chain dashboards there, you can check that out. But let's continue on. So yeah, 54K market cap. What do we get to? Taurus has burned over 2 million tokens. Yep, we looked at that. Ever minted in supply will at its weakest settings possible. So settings being these buy and build. Well, that's at maximum now, but the buy and build on the burn was definitely low, and so they've moved it up. So now Taurus enters its second phase, the burn phase, where token burning becomes the primary focus. Previously, funds coming into the protocol were split by the buy and burn and the buy and build, 64% to the burn and 28% to the build. Now the protocol sends 84% of all funds to its buy and burn, while only sending 8% to the buy and build. Additionally, the Ethereum ETH burn contract has turned up to 3%, and we saw that, right? We saw that. It is sitting at 3%. Bam, there it is. So kind of cool. Instead of 1% to kickstart this new phase with over 102,000 in the contract currently. Well, that 102 now is obviously ETH is dynamic, but that's at 94,700. How fast might we see the supply disappear in this next phase? Welcome to the age of abundance. Whoa, 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 whoa. So some cool stuff there, and nice to see Cryptographics put in the links in the contract below. So that's kind of cool. Although you should probably put it in the main post, right? Always put it in the main post. But if you forget, put it in there. Kind of cool. And so yeah, some good stuff happening here. So that's on the move with the old Cryptographics. I don't think we heard anything else there at the moment, but I think that was the latest update. Yeah, that was the latest one. All right. Now we are expecting a third protocol coming that probably will benefit both Unity and Taurus. Maybe we'll see, but apparently it's going to be another new innovation, and Cryptographics pretty excited about that. So I'm not sure when that's coming down the line, but based on the fact that Taurus has moved into phase 2, it's going to be fun to watch. All right, so that's pretty much that. So let's get into it. How we're doing for time? 50 minutes on the hour, not bad. Let's jump into the ProveX sacrifice results and check how that's going. So we got how much to go? We got less than an hour for the day, 57 minutes, and we're currently on day 24. We're about to start day 25 in 1 hour's time, and we've got the amount at 15.68 million. Well, yesterday we closed the day off at about 15.5. So it looks like we're up about 160, 180,000, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's a very big slowdown. That's a big slowdown there. That's why I said so ProveX sacrifice slows down, and those in PulseChain will be relieved. They'll be like, oh, thank goodness for that. So there we go. But the rate is currently at $1.20. So the day starting day 25 will jump from $1.20 to $1.27.4 pretty much. And yeah, there we go. So it's going to play. Now I did think that we'd probably still have pretty decent sacrifices between day presumably day 3 and day 7 afterwards. And so we're kind of on that day 3, finishing that day 3, starting day 4, and it's already tapering off. So kind of cool. We don't have the same momentum and propensity like we did with PulseChain and PulseX, so it's probably reasonably that will be more of a dampening effect, and that's kind of what we're seeing. But it's going to continue on, continuing on all the way through to the 4th of January, day 54, and the rate will be $7.39 by then. And then we've got the volume bonus ending that day as well. So the base and the volume bonus, and then we get into the flat rate afterwards in the next 5 days, presumably when the OA will probably come in because it doesn't want to dump down on the volume ranking bonus. So at the moment we've got 5.3 million in the ProveX pool. We've got 140 billion points, so that's that public pool run by Buckamentals. As you guys know, I think it's great that people can have a middleman to sacrifice into a removing the middleman protocol. But it does provide a service, although I think the commission is ridiculously greedy on the volume bonus that they have. All right, so that's where we are right now. 312 billion points, 12,600 total sacrifices at the moment. So that's kind of where we are. We've got the top ProveX pool there. We've got all these other accounts which do look like they're coordinated with somebody. Maybe it's Rack and Michelle, maybe it's somebody else, or a group of people. But they all popped up kind of the same time, and on that big last day of the base rate on day 21. And that goes all the way through. This last time I remember I had a big problem rendering this, but let's see how quickly it takes to repopulate there. Meanwhile, we need some elevator music. I have actually got music, but yeah, it's all pretty crap. It's all pretty good. I've got some video music. What's this one? All right. Not too bad though. Not too bad. All right. Is it? We got all these accounts all the way through. So we've got 16 accounts, 17 accounts over 100K. I think the one sacrifice with B roots in that is this one down the bottom here, number 20 maybe, somewhere like that. I can't remember. I've got the website somewhere, but I can't remember. So yeah, that is at the moment. In terms of the chain, we've got almost $11.4 million from Ethereum sacrificed out of that 15.68. And we've got $3.6 million from PulseChain. So, that would be a mixture of selling down the chain that we saw, down all the PulseChain cores and other tokens, and also idle capital that's just sitting on the sideline, as CryptoSolve indicated. So still a pretty big chunk of money that could have either not sold down the chart or pumped the chart. So there we go, $3.6 million. So that's where we are right now. So 15.68 million as well. Now, obviously, some of the Ethereum stuff and some of the other chains potentially could also be rotated PulseChain stuff via the bridge, all that sort of stuff. So it's probably a mixture of that in there. Scrolling down, what else is doing pretty well? Bitcoin, got way over 100K. So it's 119 or 120,000. Base at 133,000. BSC at 170. Now, this, if you're a project team and you've got a multi-chain project, it's probably kind of interesting information that BSC and base came in pretty strong. The other thing is, of course, if Internet Money recently added Bitcoin, and I think Liberty Swap was talking about Bitcoin too, adding that in. So if that was the case, then or was it Fast Abdul? I don't know if Fast Abdul's doing it for his Vault 369, but that was pretty interesting too. All right, so that's kind of cool. Arbitrum 1 there, 89K. Monero, yeah, I think it's kind of interesting if you're a developer, kind of a little bit of evidence about where some money's coming from. I mean, obviously, you can use the bridge data too to some degree, I guess, a little bit. But really, this stuff here is kind of interesting, where people are coming from. And a lot of work to be done, right? Reaching out to those communities. So that's pretty much it. 51 minutes to go in the day, but, it's probably going to be pretty close to this number. Maybe a little bit of FOMO at the end, maybe. But no, I don't expect it to be too high. So that's it at the moment on that. And I did have the printout from yesterday, so that we'll quickly look at that. End of the day closest to show you, that it is pretty much where I said. So yeah, we had the balance at 15.5. We're at 15.68. So what's that? 50K. Yeah, so about 130K. So it definitely slowed down, right? Definitely slowed down. The points have gone from 309 to 312 billion as well. On that, sacrifices were what? 12,430 to 600. So 170 new sacrifices in there. But we still have 50 minutes to go. But that's kind of where it is. All right. I don't think we've had anything from Richard either these days. I don't think we've had anything from Richard today. I'll have a look down at Richard. We've had nothing from Rackham, Michelle, on that either. So, yeah, nothing from Richard. The only thing I was going to say is that, we've got what projects have we got coming up at the moment? So we've got Railgun, a big deal for PulseChain, big deal. Privacy wallets and all that sort of stuff. But potentially could open up some big players to come in, including Richard Hart himself. The other thing is, so that's within 48 hours. The next project I expect to launch after that is potentially Coinwell, especially if we get a continued lift, maybe after the interest rate cuts on the 10th. We'll see. It's only 4 or 5 days away. Maybe we'll get Coinwell, or at least the ape site starting. Was it Ape Coin or whatever? It's Coin Ape or whatever. That's starting, and then after that, probably Vault 369 is my guess, and then maybe after that we get Tetra. I think Tetra. All of them are basically waiting for the market to pick up, from what I can tell. Maybe some of them have some technical stuff to fix up. But that's in play right now. So those 4. And then if Tetra comes, then Signum should come, the Oracle, and that should open up PUSD ALGO. But PUSD ALGO also, I think, from my point of view, also requires the ETH price to go for the rally. It's going to be very important for them to time the value on that too, so they're not riding through price cycles. So yeah, they might want to think about some risk management there too. And then, maybe that at the earliest probably could see that, assuming Signum comes out, they connect it into PUSD ALGO. And as we saw earlier with the Terra Luna, that it's going to be done right, with full DeFi, no humans really tampering around with it too much, like we saw. So that could be at the earliest, probably March next year is my guess. But look, it could be later, it could be earlier. We'll see. But normally it takes a bit of time there. We'll see. ETH price will probably play a key role in there. We don't know what changes that PUSD ALGO 2.0 are going to be either. So those are kind of the 5 big heavyweights that I see out there at the moment, that at least publicly running around. I'm sure we've got a couple out there probably that are secretive at the moment that are coming to town. So we look forward to see that. We've also obviously seen some standard forks coming in, like Better Bank with Aave and other stuff. So that's kind of the play there right now. Now, I think we do have a Vault 369 update from Fast Abdul, since we'll probably talk about that. Let's have a look. Fast Abdul. Let's scroll down. Yeah, we had a nice little picture of that. So let's go check that out. This will be our last topic of the day. We're at an hour on the live. And Fast Abdul put this out. So we've got here, ProveX is about to reshape PulseChain, and Vault 369 is positioned right at the center of it, and the token is live now. Now, Vault 369, of course, is going to be a multi-chain, multi-collateral fork. As I understand, it's the first one in existence. So really, PulseChain is pushing the innovation, and also, and typically capital flows innovation, right? So it flows into innovation. So it's kind of cool. Vault stakers will earn ProveX from stablecoin minting. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, tying into ProveX is a nice little play there. I call it a strategic play. It's kind of a neat idea, but it adds value. It's a real value there, opportunity. ProveX to Vault, bonded liquidity strengthens both ecosystems. So you can have the peering there. 0% interest loans, of course, against ProveX become possible as well. So you're going to be able to put ProveX there into the Vault. That's the advantage of being multi-collateral. That's pretty cool. And Vault 369 will plug into major ProveX DeFi strategies. Isn't that cool? So very cool stuff. That's kind of adding even more value to the liquidity fork side of things. More people are excited to buy ProveX later. Most people are excited to buy ProveX later. That is true. We've seen a lot of that sort of stuff. The smart ones are accumulating Vault now before everything connects up. So the protocol not launched, but we are expecting that to be soon. Like I say, I think we're going to have probably Railgun, maybe Coinwell, and then Vault. But hey, look, Vault may beat out Coinwell for the launch. We'll see. Now, Coinwell, of course, going to be a multi-chain, multi-DeFi ecosystem, and also focusing on meme coins as well, and a kind of a pumped-ized launcher, but done with what I think is much better tokenomics on that, which is pretty cool. So that is from Fast Abdul. You can check that out. Now I'm going to quickly go to Rack and Michelle, since we've got a little bit more time, and we're going to go check that last update that he had on the old 8.1, because I keep forgetting the name. Koinaki I had in my mind. For some reason I could just remember Koinaki all the time. Let's scroll down here. All right, it's way down. Boy, there it is. That's the last update. So 8 by Origin. It's called Coin Mafia. There we are, Coin Mafia, and that is kind of cool. But I think they had some tokenomics. So let's see if we can find that. I think that's a bit further down. We're going to scroll down without getting dizzy. Coin Mafia. So they've been doing. No, I haven't been doing Coinwell so much, which is their big DeFi platform, but they've been doing this site, the token launcher site. But I thought they had a nice post down here about it. Let me scroll down, see if it's here. This is what happens when you don't plan something; you're just doing it on the fly. I'm scrolling down, but I'm getting dizzy doing it. That's funny. It's funny. All right, so don't see it. Where the heck is it gone? I'm sure it wasn't this far back. It had a good breakdown of it, but I just don't see it here. What the heck? That picture there. Okay, I don't know where I saw it. I read it somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, he deleted it. That's right. Sorry, he deleted it. So he had an update about it and he deleted it, which is interesting. But he deleted it, but Jen didn't. No, Jen's got the summary. So we'll go to Jen. Jen is his wife, and of course the CEO of Coin Division. So there, I keep saying Coinbound, but it's Coin Division. So that's coming up. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she reposted it but didn't delete. So unless she's deleted it now, maybe she's deleted it, but she hadn't deleted the highlights there. Let's have a look. No. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So that post is deleted. So it had all the breakdown of the features of Coin Mafia. So what sets Coin Mafia apart? 0% buys, anti-snipe floors, full EVM deck support, cap fee allocations, demand-driven pumps, and retail safeguard refunds. So there we go. I'm not sure why he deleted it, but maybe he was like, because I think he was under the weather, maybe accidentally deleted it. I don't know, but we'll keep a lookout for that. So there we go. We've got two decent protocols, probably high quality protocols coming from them, and I do hope that he is setting up his protocols into the US capital markets in some form, whether VCs, high worth individuals, institutions, corporates, those sort of things, where he's working in with the Trump Jr. brothers, potentially related to USDX1, the Saudi money, of course, the Sacrifice Consortium from the PulseX people, maybe, and we'll see. And of course, whether he's got any hooks further into the White House digital strategy, or ultimately moving to get a NASDAQ link listing. PulseChain would benefit greatly from getting a NASDAQ listing. Really lifts the credibility there. But this is going to be a multi-chain protocol. It's not necessarily PulseChain, but of course that's the low-hanging community, right? That's the people that have followed him for years the most. But he has done months and months and months of general marketing using marketing platforms. So there we go. All right, so keep a lookout for that, guys. Keep a lookout for that. So excited about where that will go. I think that's it, guys. An hour and 5 minutes. That's a pretty cool coverage. PulseChain Railgun excitement grows. It certainly does within 48-hour window now. A big deal for PulseChain. Could see some big capital potentially using that, as well as all the retail book. A lot of people want privacy, so that's kind of cool. Could increase activity on all the LPs, the AMMs, and have a lot more volume coming through. People wondering where the hell that come from. I don't know. We'll see. And then ProveX Sacrifice, of course, is slowed down, which allows PulseChain to start to breathe again and capital to go in there rather than that 36.36 million minimum going into the ProveX. Of course, much more would have gone in through the ETH side and everything via PulseChain. So yeah, game on. And let's see if we can start getting some nice recovery days, 20, 30% days on the old PulseChain. We'll see as we rally forward into the Christmas run. Hopefully we're going to have a really nice run next week on the 10th, right, which happens to be Wednesday next week, right? So Wednesday next week, fingers crossed, guys, that we get a nice little rally from there into the Christmas period. And we've already had the big retrace, right? So I don't really see us going down again. I think we're going to get, everything is so bullish. Just don't see it happening. Market makers are pretty clever, but I think it's about 6, 7 to 8 week retrace. It's probably done that, and we're ready for that big hyperbolic pump and altcoin season to start beginning. All right, take care, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to play out the intro there.